I got lean and my ex came running back. Yep, this shit is a true story. But before I even get into this, yeah, I'm gonna tell you a little backstory. To be fair, after our breakup, right, that was my main purpose of getting in shape and actually getting strong and building a great physique. Because after that, it almost felt like I had pretty much nothing left, right? Especially like when you're younger and that, like when you're a young relationship, when you get into a relationship when you're young, you tend to kind of put all your eggs in one basket. It's always just you and your relationship, you and your couple, you and your girl. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I did, right? I didn't really have much going on at that time when I was younger and that. But I'm low-key thankful that I went through that breakup, because if I didn't go for that breakup, I don't think I would have been in shape now. You know what I mean? So you have to cherish every single moment, the pain, the good, the bad, everything, right? Because that all leads to this moment right now, okay? So the truth is, I got in shape because of that breakup. You know what I'm saying? And weirdly enough, yeah, like in the moments of when you're in grief and you're in pain, you want your ex back. You know what I'm saying? But a year and a half went past, right? And it took me about a year and a half to get in shape. A year and a half to truly build mass, truly stay lean, eat consistently, go training every single, at least 5 to 6 times a week, right? Progressive overload. I was doing that shit in and out, right? Because that was my main purpose in that moment. After that pain, I needed to find a way to kind of like use that pain and fuel my purpose, right? So, and that pain did that for me, you know what I'm saying? That's why I made a crazy transformation to get me. So, a year and a half later, right, after me actually getting in shape, putting some size on, my ex tends to text me, well, not text me, but DM me on Instagram saying happy birthday. Bro, it was such a weird but funny moment, because I was like, yo, like, obviously we split up and stuff, right? It wasn't really working out, you know what I'm saying, between me and her. Like constant arguing, constant bickering. There was insecurities from both ends, you know what I'm saying? We just weren't getting along, you know what I'm saying? So we both was obviously just wrong time in it. Wrong time, wrong person, and it didn't work out, you know what I'm saying? But I think when I was in that relationship, for some reason I was so comfortable, and you're probably going through the same thing right now, where like you're so comfortable, right, in your relationship, where you don't tend to focus on gym, or you don't tend to focus on your purpose, or you don't tend to focus on your career, because you're so just, oh yeah, like I got a girlfriend, let me just wrap my whole world around your girl. That's like the one thing I learned after my breakup. That's the last thing I will ever do, right? So learn from me, right? That's the last thing you should prioritize, right? If you got a girl, bro, and if you're young, don't prioritize your girl. Prioritize yourself and prioritize your career and your purpose, okay? Because once you start doing that anyway, you'll attract a lot more people, a lot more women in your life, okay? So let's learn from my mistakes as well, all right? But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, so I was so comfortable and so not driven, because like when you're young and you attain a girlfriend, it's like you're almost kind of like, that's like the last mission you need to focus on in your life, is to find a relationship, to have kids and have build a family. Does that make sense? You get me? So when you're young and you get in a relationship, you don't know what you really tend to, you're not really, you don't know what you're actually experiencing in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Only later you understand the things that you like about someone, the things that you don't like about someone, if it's actually compatible or not. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, I was so comfortable, and you might be comfortable right now in your relationship. Not saying that you have to leave a relationship to get in shape, but that's what it took me to do, right? Because once I was out of that relationship, I kind of knew, like, oh shit, like I ain't got shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck do you, like, what do I do now? You know what I mean? So I'm low-key very thankful that that happened to me, okay? Obviously, if you're in a good relationship, fucking happy for you, innit? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you need to get into the gym anyway. Definitely. Whether you're in a relationship or out of a relationship, just make sure you focus on your purpose and focus on your career and you're like prioritize yourself. And I'm saying because you don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah. Anyway, year and a half later, I got in shape. I transformed my entire life. I transformed my physique, my mental state, the way I talk, the way I walk. And she tried coming back, right? And obviously, I could have been a dickhead, right? I could have hit it and quit it, but obviously I didn't. I was just not in that place. I was like, nah, like that's done now. You know what I'm saying? And I know so many people, right? They're always after like a breakup. They always want to try fix their relationship, always trying to make things work, right? But the more you force it, the more it just doesn't work. And my point is like you shouldn't get in shape because you want to get your ex back, right? You should get in shape because you want to become the best version of yourself. You want to get in shape so that you can actually attract better people in your life. Okay? And sometimes you might be right now you might be in a painful situation, but I promise you, if you just focus on yourself, on building a better version of yourself, right? Whether that's physically, mentally, spiritually, you will attract better people along your journey. Okay, because I know a lot of people, after they go through a breakup, they tend to do a lot of the wrong things. I'm talking about smoking, drinking, trying to like overwrite their feelings. You know what I'm saying? And weirdly enough, like, again, don't get me wrong, we all go through them stages, right? But like that's not the last thing that you want to do, bro. You don't want to go through that journey of feeling like shit, being in your pain. You need to find something that fuels. Use your pain, turn your pain into fuel. Fucking hell. My train of thought just went there, but you know what? I'm gonna keep it in here anyway. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to edit nothing out here. You get me? Keep it raw. Use your pain as fuel. All right. So I know you're probably going through a breakup, or you're trying to get your ex back, or something along them lines. I'm telling you, it might hurt, but it's cool. Like I said, use that pain as fuel. Get in shape, right? Don't get in shape because you want to get your ex back. Mine just happened to attract my ex back, you know what I'm saying? But I thought it was almost like a test from God as well, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you really want to go backwards in life, or do you want to go forwards? You know what I'm saying? Do you get me? So who knows? Maybe it was a test from God, and I fucking passed that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I moved forward. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, that feeling, right, of it wasn't really love of a feeling of like, oh yeah, I told you so, but it was a feeling of like, it was a feeling like, alright, cool, like, I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can either go through a breakup and you become a bum. Yeah, you can be a nobody, like you fuck your whole life up after that breakup. And she would have been like, oh yeah, you know what? That was the right choice I made because I found someone better. You know what I'm saying? Or you could level up so much, right, that she feels like, oh shit, like he's outgrown me. Like I want him now. You know what I'm saying? Like you almost become like, you get put on the pedestal because she made the right choice of leaving you in that moment. But then a couple of years later, you know what I'm saying? Tables turn, man. Tables turn. You get me? So you want to be that guy. That guy that she's like, oh shit, why did I leave him? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that moment there and that pain was probably the best thing that ever happened to me, because that shit changed my character. It made me build more on myself. And pain fuels you, right? People see pain as a bad thing, which I used to when I was younger. But as you get older, you understand pain sometimes can fuel you, all right? And if you just flip your perspective, that anytime something hard comes along, any struggles come along, just understand that you're building your character. You're learning how to handle stress, right? You're learning how to get over any situation, any problems, you can handle it. That's the truth, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah. Fingers crossed you're not looking for your ex to come back. But once you get in shape, there's a high chance that she wants you back. You know what I'm saying? Again, maybe not 6 months down the line, maybe not 8 months, a year and a half. I mean, mine took me about a year and a half, just under a year and a half, and she popped back up. And bro, when I seen that message, bro, I was dying. I showed all my mates and that. She put happy birthday. Like that was like an indicator. Like, why are you trying to slide back in my DMs after like a year and a half after you see me post up on Instagram and that? You know what I'm saying? Well, it was a great feeling. It was a great feeling. Look, if she's watching this, I ain't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, good luck to you with your life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm good now. I'm up now. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Get in shape, not to get your ex back, but just get in shape for you. Build the better version of yourself. Build the best version of yourself. Get in shape. I can tell you 100 times it will change your life because it changed my life. You know what I'm saying? And just wait till that moment until your ex kind of like tries it with you. You know what I'm saying? Then you can shut it down. Or you can be a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? You can hit it, quit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Innit? But my point is, just get in shape, man. That being said, leave a like down below. I appreciate that, man. See you guys in the next one.